Everybody wants their money to be working for them while they are sleeping. But at the same time, they don't want to lose their money. I'm sure you watching also doesn't want to lose your money. So how do you balance it? Thankfully, there are safe investments that even beginners can start today and start making money from it almost immediately. And these are relatively safe. And you still get your interest. And so if you are somebody who wants to invest but doesn't want to lose out on their money and doesn't want their money to get lost and wants that peace of mind knowing that my capital is secured, then watch this video. Now, encourage us to continue producing content like this by liking the channel and then liking the video, leaving a comment when you have any question, and subscribing to the channel. Welcome to Daily News Hive. I'm your coach Joshua, where we talk about everything finance, everything savings, everything investment, because we want to help you to become a millionaire. And so join us for the journey. Now let's dive straight into the video. The first one is one of the most popular investments out there. I'm sure you have heard of it, but you probably don't know how to start. The first one is called Treasury Bills. I'm sure you have heard of Treasury Bills before. The great thing about Treasury Bills is that, let's put it very basic for beginners, right? Now, Treasury Bills are basically when you as an individual decide to give the government some of your money in the form of a loan. The government takes it, uses for infrastructural projects, they use it to pay salaries, whatever they want to use it for, that's not your business. What matters to you is that at the end of the period, you are going to get your money back. At the same time, you are going to get not just your principal, but you're going to get some interest on top of your money. How great is that? So you basically give the government your money, you get your interest back. Very, very simple. You can even start today. Yeah, just today you can start as you're watching a video. So how do you go about it? Now, I have an actual in-depth video on Treasury Bills. So I'll leave it in the description because there are a few modalities around it, such as there's a 91 days, 182 days, and you have the 364 days. Each of them gives you a different rate you're going to get. And so if you want short term, or you want a bit medium term, that's about the 6 months, or you want to go for the 1 year, then you can watch that video to give you the rates and everything. But remember that the rates for Treasury Bills, they change frequently based on what we call the bid, and it's a bit of technicality. So if you want to know how to buy Treasury Bills, that's what we are going to. Okay, so let's continue. Now, how do you buy Treasury Bills? The easiest way is to just walk to your commercial bank, the bank you save at, the bank you get your salary from. Just walk to that bank and tell them, okay, I want to buy Treasury Bills, and then they'll give you the rates and tell you if it's available or it's not available, and then you can start. So basically, if you already have an account there, then you just need the Ghana card and open and then just start. But if you already have an account there, then probably you might know if you ask for a Ghana card, they'll just probably take your money and start the investment for you. Now, for those Gen Zs, millennials that don't like going to banks, you can use the apps. Now, these are the apps you can use. You can use the Plus Investments app. This is the logo. Check it out on the Play Store, App Store. You can also use CD Manager app. You can also use banking apps like Car Bank app, Stanbic Bank app. You can check these apps. You can also use them to buy Treasury Bills. So these are for the people who don't like going to banks. You just want to use apps, phones, and then you are done with it. So you can check these banks out. Now, let's go to the second one. Now, this second one is for the people who don't want the stress of, they want to find out all the details. They want the peace of mind where they know their money is being managed for them by professionals. And so all they need to do is that, Charlie, you've taken my money, at the end of this period, I'm getting my interest. So if you are those kind of people, then the second point is for you. That is called mutual funds. So a mutual fund is a professionally managed fund by experienced investors. They usually invest into short-term securities. So they take your money, they buy what we call short-term securities like Treasury Bills, and then they do mutual funds. They do fixed deposits. So every mutual fund and what they invest in. And so when you go to a mutual fund organization or company, they will let you know, ask them that what do you invest in, right? What's the fund investing in? What percentage goes into Treasury Bills? What percentage goes into fixed deposit? Ask questions so you educate yourself and you get to know what is going on. But the most important thing is that all the things we're talking about today is not financial advice. You need to do your own research before you start any form of investment. Okay, so let's carry on. So that is how mutual funds work. Now, for how do you start investing in mutual funds? Let's start with the institutions you can walk into before we go to the apps for my Gen Zs and millennials. Now, if you want to start investing in mutual funds, you can go to companies like Data Bank, And you can go to EcoBank EDC, they have a mutual fund package there. There are a lot of them, a lot of mutual fund packages in the country. So you do your own research, find the ones that you are more comfortable with and go and start using. Now for my app people who don't like going to banks, you can check out this app, Achieve by Petra. With Achieve by Petra, you're going to get access to what they have. They call it DigiSafe. So that is their mutual fund option for my app guys, Gen Zs, you don't like going to banks. So you can check that one out for you. So remember, mutual funds, professionally managed funds. Now let's go to the third option. Now the third option is the ones where the people who don't like stress at all. They just want to know that how much is my interest rate? How much are you giving me when I give you my money? In 3 months, what am I going to get? In 1 month, what am I going to get? Then this part is for you. There are some people that don't like any stress when it comes to investment or money. They find it a bit too complicated. All they want to know is that if I give you 10,000 cedis, this is how much I'm going to get. If I give you 1,000 cedis, this is how much I'm going to get in 3 months, in 6 months, in 1 year. Then this is for you. This is called fixed deposits. Now, fixed deposits is a form of investment where you give the bank your money, your capital is taken. They tell you, okay, at the end of 3 months, this is what you're going to get. So maybe I'm going to give you 10% or 5% or 4% for this amount of money. Now, the interesting thing about fixed deposits is that the more you give them, the more you can negotiate the rate. And so, for example, somebody who is going to invest 1,000 cedis will get a lower rate for somebody who's going to invest 10,000, the same for somebody who's going to invest 100,000. And so let's say you have some access to some cash where for a short period, maybe you have access to 100,000 for a short period. Don't just keep the money in a bank account. Use to do some form of investment. Do like a fixed deposit for 3 months or 6 months where you know that, okay, at the end of 3 months, I need that money to do a project or I need that money to do something. Invest that money for that short period. Take your money out, take your principal out, you to do it, and keep the interest in. You'll be shocked at how much you're going to get. So each bank has its own fixed deposit rates. The issues are people complain that fixed deposit rates are too small. Some banks can give you maybe like 7% or even 10% per annum, which is a bit low. But keep in mind that it's basically saying that whatever happens, this rate, you are going to get it. Whether things go up or they come down, you are going to get the rate they have given you. And so that's the other side. Basically, it's like the bank is assuring you that no matter what, you're going to get the interest rates they have promised you. So that is why they kind of lower it to reduce their risk. And so I know some of you may complain about that, but think about it. That's why investment is not, there's not a one-size-fits-all to investments. Everybody does what is comfortable for them and in their current situation, what will help them. And so that's why I give you 3 options. So each one that you want, just think about it. But remember, I also have a video on how you can start more investments that are a bit more risky, but get a higher interest rate. So if you are somebody like that, then you can just check out the description and watch our next video. Or if you like to book a call with me where I take you through the process, of of investing in stocks. You want to understand what investment is about, because you feel like this whole thing is a bit complex for you. You can book a call with me. You can click on the link in the description to book a call with me. See you guys next time.